Press review here on your darling station, ABS 88.5 FM Heartbeat of the East, and we've been joined by two guest analysts today on the program. We have Bond Mba, an education consultant and public affairs analyst.
The Anambra, Ototo
Amano. We also have development expert, Onyeka Ebenebe. Welcome to Press Review.
Ototo Amano.
Okay, we have read all the trending stories from our website, and you can start now to drop your comments on our Facebook page as we stream live at Anambra Broadcasting Service. You can also drop your WhatsApp message to the number 0705-113-8812. Make sure when you do that, drop your name and your location as well on WhatsApp as you drop your messages. In due time, we'll open the phone lines as well. But for now, these are the platforms you can drop your comments on for now. All right, moving to the analyst in the studio. We have read out the trending stories, which is of more interest to you at this point.
Yeah, who breaks it, Salvo?
Well, let me start by commenting on Anambra State government to train 20,000 youths in stream B batch of 1 year 2 skills employment program, and again Obogo to reopen. 20,000 Abrobele crowd. Obele number.
Yeah.
Amarama, the biggest stadium they got 30. Maracana Stadium they got 30,000 capacity. So you with that understand what 20,000 is.
Yeah.
20,000 divided by 21 local government areas. Almost 1,000 youths per local government area. This is massive. You know, onye agotaro ife bo 1,000 per local government amagota na oje no sometimes so we go okay onye oje na madu rinne eluru up to 1,000 worshippers na that church. So this is massive, and this is the way to go. The youth will be the bedrock, the backbone of every society. So it train all these youths. He mean over 20,000 youths. He go show now. Let's say 60-70% using Pareto principle, 80-20 rule, so that 80% of them got baulu with that. That is, we are talking about 16,000 people at least. Got a baulu where families, what their families, and them many good families. They don't know why. So the multiplier effect, they got so massive, and the home crime rate will continue to be on the decline in the state. So thank you to the government, thank you to the governor that is sponsoring this. Thank you to the commissioner day in charge, or the MDA day in charge of this. It is wonderful. Then again, quickly on the Obogo. Anokata msema ndi nabda kimegi deziwe anwa aya nworoze maka sometimes iji go log say no draw why na emechile ebe has their source bo Bridget market. So I think it is a wonderful decision, and you know, they are looking at human face to it. They are looking at humanity, because on atazi anya afofo on afiazi anya bo the masses aro on for dog wa ga je asizai no draw na ha ka ejere afia, which you will understand since they all go like 3-4 weeks now, at least 3 weeks. MHE the afia. So thank you to the NAFDAC, and I know that I believe that visit His Excellency last week or so, helped to put pressure on them to do the needful. So it's a welcome development.
And then another word to the NAFDAC members is they should try and know the people perpetrating that,
that is what they do. That is the essence of what they do.
The innocent ones should not be robbed in.
My name is na Ofu Akalotamano Ozuora, because now I was following this development. Ejechamana plumbing market. Mwetasia ma ogu de band, ma ogu fake, ma obron plum kifana pada ogu ne
methamphetamine.
Yes,
Tramadol.
Tramadol, So I'm not saying na faloro. I'm not saying na haloro. All ha makano.
Mama ke abu ke go si eluzie na nka won never manya ke ha na akpe. So no na abu na akọdu. The good news is the human face to the reopening omaloma. But then kedu to esi o makwa waru malome. Our lives, collectively as a people, our lives have been on serious danger. The cabro, na navdag of victimization. At times, I ask my friends and colleagues at work, "Can you me do no malaria? Ni yang uzeto before luolo." Yes, before they came up with the theory of drug resistance. But then within the concept of drug resistance, there was a fake drugs. So and we are not looking at it from this angle. Now collectively, fake drug and other things. So it's a terrible thing. So it's good now MLO the due diligence but NAFDAC no way it's also very sad now. Because now such drugs in Abata and before Obata Lute Onicha Obogu, a NAFDAC agent in the point of entry. Nenye certify na ehanu Nyabatawa. So Obu Naha Lilakazu were allowed only for them to storm the market ehanu. Or how it behoves on them to ask themselves those questions.
Absolutely.
Pertinent question as it were. And I make Mr. Governor for that intervention. However, can I reopen it also behoves on the Nazukwa use the principle of see something and say something. Obu no onye gi no na zo no akoko chalk ebute. O ka mani kudie because onwero ogwego and you are killing people to make money. That is what you are doing, and that has to be looked into. The another side, the also make one daily need they commendable the Southeast Development Commission. BAP, Mr. Governor visit yesterday, and a silent point I mentioned. Now they should just go after one goal, and that goal of tangible development in Kafulanya. How do you use your portfolio to network? We wanted the Southeast governors to buy into your development agenda, and we're a common agenda. And it's also an appeal to the Southeast governors to give these people, this young Mark and the team, the necessary support. The support to the percentage to develop the Southeast, because beyond commission, yes, we have about 300 and something billion the budget of the commission. Assessing the money, but one thing, its utilization. Yes, I have a framework on how they will go about developing the entire Southeast. But the entire Southeast cannot be developed in isolation. All hands must be on deck. The hand of the governors and major critical stakeholders. So it is at this point Kahani deal whatever beyond the one handle in a budget. It also good to reach out to stakeholders. What are those pertinent issues that needs to be done in the Southeast in terms of infrastructure? By the time you get a buy-in of everybody and where a comprehensive document that will be known as Southeast Charter of Demand, you have an real network and all of that. So that I know Biafra, I know economic Biafra, and at the end of the day, Southeast Achawa Puma Kotito nke Chineke.
Okay, people. All right, the phone lines to call us on to give us your thoughts on the trending stories 0706 538 1320.
Or you can call us on 0904 956026. Yeah.
Remember, when you call, move away from your radio set, tell us your name, give us a location. No name calling, attack the headlines and not personalities in the story. No use of vocal words, and you have just 30 seconds to tell us.
In advance.
Someone is here.
Okay. We'll read out your comment.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning this morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome to ABS.
Heartbeat of the East.
Champions.
Okay,
Thank God it's Friday.
TGIF.
Uku, aka ji ugo akụrụ.
No.
Ọ ga-abụrụ na anyị mma.
Amen.
Ukwuo ga-akelekwa ndị NAFDAC maka mmekọ na chi na-ekwu ọgbọ ọgwụ. Wee na ya ndị na-ele ọgwụ onye na-esi ya aka n'anya. Ibe ebe mmekọta mgbe dọla akụnye nọ na NAFDAC. Ọ bụ ụdị ọrụ dọla akụnye lụọ. Bata na arụ. Ibe adịghị mma gbuo na ọrụrụ mma. Wee na-ekele ndị NAFDAC taa maka ọrụ ọmụ alụlụ. Na-agwa ndị na-ele ọgwụ anya dụrụ ụlọ ekuzi chọọbụ nye ndị mmadụ na ọchọọbụ na-egbute ndị mmadụ. Wee na-ekele ụlọ ya dụrụ anyị mma. Ya gara nwanne ya. O nwere okwu okwu apụta, o nwere okwu okwu onye kwuru okwu sekta. Mana okwu okwu mara mma. Ka anyị kọrọ nwa amịrị ọrụ ka o wee gbaa ọgwụgwụ. Ekele m ụlọ. Onye gara nwanne ya.
Thank you.
All right, hello.
Heartbeat of the East.
Champions.
Ụtụtụ ọma na
Ụtụtụ ọma.
Ambassador Lay Leader. Gbogbo etutu abọdụ na ndị akpara ọzọ. MC New Global ekwuru ọla batara ọgbọ.
Aba karịkwa.
Ọ na-esenya.
Ọ Chukwu na-eme eze. Ebe m na-eti ikwe ọnụ bụ ọgwụ asị na ọ ga-emepe taa na NAFDAC na Ọnịcha. Ansị biko, any measure ha na-put to place to that the open of that ọgbọgwụ market today. Any situation ha na-eme proper checking. Maka na anyị nwa na health na-afụ some certain incidents and other things happening. At times, a ga-enye ndị patients ọgwụ to go and buy drug. They will leave the place achọ ka ha jee go ọgwụ, ha sị ka ha jee na market because no bele ego. At the end of the day, fụkwa na onye ahụ dịka guest na studios wee kwu. Ọ ya ata enye paracetamol ọ ya nwee ede ka ọ gwọọ ya ọrịa. Ọ nwụchaa 1 week, otu ahụ n'ezi. Mgbe ahụ fọmụkwa another disease. So ana m arịọ ndị NAFDAC ha make sure na enwere proper checking on daily basis to fish out all illicit drugs. Thank you. Nnakwa ndị ọkpọrọ ọzọ maka weekend.
Ọ bụrụ shọtụrụ iwe bọcha.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome to Fresh Review.
Heartbeat of the East.
Champions.
I'm ekele ụlọ ọmịrị na ama ọkpara.
No, Mayor.
Ana m ekele ndị NAFDAC na-ayọkwu ndị Ọnịcha. Onye ọbụla na-enye ọgwụ ya mmadụ ike anya ọnwụọ ọkwa mmadụ ka ọ na-esi. Onye ọbụla tepụ aka gị. Awa ndị na-enyocha, awa ndị steeti egwuchiere ebe ndị ya na-adị mma. Eto onye a ma na mmadụ ya na-anwụ ezi mmiri. Arụsọ na ọgwụ a na-eji ezigbo ọgwụ. Nyocha ndị na-ele feki atụpụghị ebe ahụ. Maka ọmụda ka ha na-eme.
Oh, yes.
Kelekwe m.
All right.
Okay.
Daalụ. Anyị wekwala onye nke. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning this morning.
Heartbeat of the East.
Champions.
Onye bụ chief from Nkwuma, Orumba North.
You're welcome.
Anyị na-ekele ndị NAFDAC ha gbara anyị ezigbo, ha gbara mbọ, ha na-edosikwa anyị ike. Ọ bụrụ na nwere ihe a ga-ahụ jere esi eki, bifo ebubata ọgwụ ebe ahụ esi eki, ọ bụrụ emegide aga. And ihe ọzọ m na-arịọkwa gọọmenti biko ọ bụrụ esi from Ọnịcha anyị anụ n'ọ n'aka nụ. Esi izi anyị sị na ọ n'ihu field dị nso ebe akwa anya ọkụ n'ihu oke afọ. Anyị ama na ọha dị ọgwụ ka e wetara. Na-ahụ na-esi izi ebe moto ekwuri efu ebe ọzọ ere anyị ebe ọzọ. Biko ya aka ntị gọọmenti ya na-eburu anyị anya. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
for making it straight to the point.
Yes. Let's go on to stories from the National Dailies, kicking off with stories from The Punch. On the banner headline, on 6-month suspension, Natasha heads for court as NBA others knock Senate. Writers say Kogi Senator's lawyer says suspension illegal. PDP kicks, Senate insists its rules violated. Sanwo-Olu opens new road, promises more infrastructure. Litigation won't stop Alaafin's coronation, coming from Makinde. 4 billion naira debt, Air Force men attack IKEDC, brutalize punchman, others. Alleged fraud, ex-minister detained in EFCC facility. Still on the Punch, Rivers crisis, police vow to crush militants threatening oil production. Nigerians pay highest airfares in Nigeria, coming from NCAA. Marketers worry as 5-month fuel imports hit 6 trillion naira. Federal government designates Simon Ekpa, 16 others terrorism funders. These are the trending stories from the Punch.
And from Vanguard, power generation rises 30% amid the challenges. Autonomy Algon asks local government chairman to approach CBN for documentation. Simon Ekpa ordered sanctioned for alleged terrorism financing. Senate suspends Senator Akpoti Uduaghan for 6 months. We have so many riders to that effect. Baza from the premises of National Assembly. Her office to be locked up for the entire period of her suspension. All her salaries and allowances be suspended. My suspension invalidates principles of natural justice, fairness. That's from Akpoti Uduaghan. Resubmits sexual harassment petition against Akpabio. Senate should revisit Akpoti Uduaghan's suspension. That's from the Labour Party. We are not in Banana Republic. Ovie lawyers fault a suspension despite court order. State running here. Rivers crisis, militant group spits fire, threatens oil production. Blackout, angry Air Force personnel invade Ikeja Disco, batter employees. And finally from here, reps move to strip INEC of power to regulate political parties.
Okay, the next national daily from here is the Guardian. We're on the 10th Assembly, pro-people legislation shadowed by House drama intrigues. That's still on Babio and Natasha. For furore as Senate slams 6-month suspension on Akpoti Uduaghan. The Defense Headquarters queries Nigeria's terrorism index ranking as federal government freezes assets of terror financiers. Air Force personnel invade IKEDC office, allegedly assault workers over power disconnection. Federal government plans new rehabilitation camp for bandits, terrorists. Controversy over merit as federal government reverses Chukwu's appointment as Adun VC. Catholic Church decries wave of kidnappings targeting priests, pastoral agents. Still on the Guardian, Tinubu approves 80% dialysis subsidy, hires 774 national health fellows. Militants threaten oil installation attacks in rivers, order evacuation. Court orders permanent forfeiture of $1.4 million fund linked to Emefiele.
Okay, that's the last one there. From Daily Trust, 12 Zamfara vigilantes killed in a clash with bandits. Ramadan, Sharia Council defends school closure in northern states. Nigeria lost 94 trillion naira to business closures, multinational divestments. That's from NESG. Transport fares remain high despite petrol price drop. Alleged sexual harassment, Senate suspends. Okay, we've taken care of that. Since killed as fuel tanker explodes in Niger, AFCC quizzes ex-Women Affairs Minister over alleged 138 million naira fraud. And finally, Benue Varsity students regain freedom after 8 days in captivity.
Okay, we have a message on WhatsApp. Good morning, ABS. Let me corroborate the point of the last speaker. The seized drugs should be exposed and destroyed in public, not reselling them where those drugs find their way back in the society. They should be very cautious of their activities, please. Franklin Odele from Enugu. Okay, thank you for that.
But then, is it possible to confiscate and resell? Who resells? And is that possible by any standard?
The possibility would is it possible that Senator Natasha na Babio na onye ọbụla ya akpọ spouse ya bịa n'iru Senate na-atakisi na just ejo so nwere ya na-adịrọ possible.
Nigeria bụ one big theater of Netflix.
Yeah.
And we act film every day.
Season 1, 2 and the rest of them.
So looking at this, I want to marry the Natasha issue with Emefiele issue. You know, you may not see the correlation. Who is Akpabio? Akpabio, first and foremost, or supposedly a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Reason buna Ozolo presidency, Oba from Zo presidency. And there is this law, Neman has 2 positions at a time. So, all Banyaludia on impunity. The same thing with Lawan. The same thing with MFL, Diego CBN, Wezokwa. That is where I'm linking the two together. If we're not criminals, well as our leaders. And it is so painful, it is so disdainful. Now, Udifa Ganeme. So for me, Akpabio already any atom of credibility in him. You know, also election, also presidency. Where a pawn or the ball form na the Kogisa, sorry, na his senatorial zone na Akwa Ibom.
Yeah.
Oloko Zulu or not to the guy, you know, of course he must have settled the guy, of course. And the guy steps down. Then the young one take the ticket. So on that premise, his seat the illegal. Now, anyway, a serious allegation against you as the Senate President.
Yeah.
One would have thought that you would have stepped aside. Nobody says resign, but steps aside to be investigated.
Yeah.
You cannot be a judge in your own case.
Yes.
The next thing I know is I suspend Natasha. I'm not saying that Natasha is saying the truth.
Yeah.
I'm not, or rather Senator Natasha. I'm not saying that Senator Natasha and Ekwezioku. I'm not saying none as yes, but normal thing about na a very heavy allegation, sexual harassment.
Yeah.
In this way, na di had behavior, I'm gonna step aside. The DSP, the deputy state president takes over.
Yeah.
Then until they investigate, you see again for need the clean. Then you come back as the Senate president. Now, in Natasha 90 days, 6 months, 180 days. And take all her privileges.
Yes.
You know, all her rights and privileges. The totally absurd too, you know.
Even OBS Ekwesili has been calling for, even before the judgment, for the Senate President to step aside so that there will be fairness.
That will be fairness.
Yes.
Fair hearing.
Yes, and fair hearing too. Even Senator Ojus Okalu too is equally calling for mercy so that even the salaries and allowances of Natasha's aides will be paid to them, for they should not suffer for what they did not permit.
The sad reality is this: each time incidents and happenings in our dear country, Nigeria, you begin to wonder whether we are human living in this place and about Nigeria. Because just no association of Nde or Melikuku, or I don't know. Now, I will a strong allegation of colleague to colleague and all of that. What has happened? And those in favor say, and
the funny part is when they said those against saying name, everywhere was silent. Dead silent.
If you know about a premeditated action against the senator woman from Kogi State, because they were a serious gang up. So it's this time that they may expect now all the pressure group, all the women pressure group, when position of leader. People cannot fend for position of leadership, bata, only to be sexually assaulted. This is a serious case. We play over everything in this country. And at times when I see commentaries, people make commentaries against Natasha that those are flimsy things and he hasn't been able to provide sufficient evidence. And why every time we crucify things on the altar of evidence? Because at times onion enemy head is smarter than onion and deputy. Therefore they are so smart to avoid anything that will implicate them going forward. However, whether now or the guilty or not, just like Bond said, step aside. Let another person preside over this matter because it's quite sensitive. And I was also expecting that the Senate should set up a committee to investigate that is the
ethics and privileges.
Yes.
Those ethics and privileges from their report, it means that they've compromised already.
Oh, sure.
So it's important that we begin to look at this thing. And then again, I'm on ABS, so it's also very at times in a cheap to be the in Supreme Court judgment and the River case.
As
I know why you set the precedents that will bring war, political tension.
Yeah.
To the detriment of Ndi Rivers.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when this fight is going on, everything about development they are beginning, still.
Yeah.
What everyone is looking at now, but who controls power?
Yes.
Who have the authority?
Now the militants have come in.
And the militants have come in.
Yes.
I know kuna Kedafia onye aneku no yezuro onye dalibia na ito afa. Ena ajuzi omuno do na joy. The problem here is this. I don't know enough our security men are based on because of war and crisis here and there.
Yes.
Now, the militants fire and brimstone. What will happen now? We will mobilize our understaffed military men and security agents. Niger Delta. Can we stop war pipeline vandalization and other?
And they are threatening to do that.
They are threatening to do that.
Even for Bara, saying that
and then the lawmakers.
Yes.
I'm so surprised. Now Supreme Court evidence that those lawmakers defect to another party.
Yes.
I'm wondering the kind of evidence publicly we're going to have as members of this political party and they defected to another political party simply because they want to retain their position without knowing the implication of their actions. Now Supreme Court is also affirming half evidence. I mean, come on. So, imagine na daily so come on na agoptia nene ball Arsenal na PSV eba na baseball because ndị ọzọ niile anụ abo all the totally censored and don't can gwala ekema.
Yes. And there was this clash now between a pro-Wike group and Fubara group in LL. The other day.
There will always be clashes. So there will also be they expect another clash between pro-Natasha group and pro-Ababio group. You know, so you 10,000 naira.
They actually went on protest.
Blue placard not by I go show on new boss here because when they will give us this our daily bread. So that daily bread day. Now going to Ramadan at the closure of schools.
Yes, in the north.
I seriously do not understand it. With much respect to Islam and its tenets of the religion. But I don't think it's Islamic. Because now for me, it is anti-human. Na maka fast. Now, obu na enwe inachegwa na obu na wayek dabalo or na obu na Ramadan dabalo na May June ejenene wayek. What happens then? Obu na neko dabalo. Now, umazi anu na prepare for external exams, whether today or tomorrow. And then we curriculum. How do you marry, as in them staying at home and not going to school, and that meet up with the scheme of work as opposed to he achieve at this term, because Anna from primary one, short from kindergarten, Anna prepared for common entrance, na primary 6. The same thing from JS1, Anna prepared for what we call junior WAEC, which they call BESE now, and senior WAEC ultimately, and JAMB or rather joint UTME. So any time you miss classes, it affects you. So that's why you say this law, and I think it's only in Zamfara, and all that same Zamfara be the Sharia stuff. So I, of course, Obasara man on work one day buying over there. So Kerosa Maka in the Christians say now agụ akwụkwọ ebe anwa.
Are they not being considered?
Yes, they are not. They are not being considered. So this, their Mapuya law and Mapuya the governor's or the government's order, adro nice.
Okay, we have a message on WhatsApp. Good morning, ABS. If they are suspending Natasha, they should also suspend Babio. That is from
very simple.
That is
very simple.
Emmanuel from Oka.
The two actors.
And on Facebook we have Anenugu Anthony. You are doing great. Thank you. Anthony Omera. Good morning in the Anambra, watching from Zamfara State. Anthony Kaimaro to Hasime. The situation concerning students not going to school because of the Ramadan fast.
Okay, maybe you can still do that. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm the issue. Billions. If you hear my parents now, can I go on? Can I go on?
Yeah,
Go
go
on.
on. You have the floor.
I'm good. Let me start with the issue of Natasha. I think the Senate of the Federal Republic has done well because this Natasha, I don't know what of the herself. What the Senate did is a welcome development. Even on our course, now the sexual harassment, this is no evidence. You understand? And as you can see, all the lawmakers are in the Senate, they all concord now they made women also from the Senate. So I think that the Senate may be more. You can't just open your mouth and be insulting a constituted authority like the Senate President of the Federal Republic, and you think you can. Let me tell you what happened in the United States.
Please summarize it because we don't have time.
Let me tell you, Donald Trump.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You have limited time to speak.
You can't actually come online, come on air to talk
have
about
limited time.
anyone.
And then be careful with your choice.
Hello, good morning. Hello. All right.
Yeah, let's welcome another person. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Name and location. Yeah.
This is Michael speaking.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from.
We can hear
Michael,
you.
where are you calling
We
from?
can hear you.
I'm calling from Oka.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just want to talk about the issue of sexual harassment. Some people are asking for evidence. It's just when things haven't happened to you, people just are looking for, I don't know what to say, people just are looking for things to say. A woman who was harassed, they're asking for evidence. I mean, what evidence do you want her to actually provide, to show for sexual harassment? The thing is that it has to be investigated. It's not, it's a word between she and the president of the Senate. You can't be too sure what may have transpired. This thing happened behind closed doors in private times. So when people ask for evidence, will it have happened on the road or for what to exactly have happened? So, well, I just feel it's a bit unfortunate for her. If she knew that we are being a challenge, she would have just better blow and then find a way to protect herself from the president, the president. If that's
Okay, summarize, please.
I think that's my contribution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Michael. To a wrap up for
Actually,
today.
he who alleges has the burden of proof.
Yes.
And you have not set up a panel to look into this. Kobolosian and Natasha ain't proof. She may have proof.
Yeah.
She may have evidences. But the needful has to be done. Or allege go. I ask her on the right. I ask her on the wrong.
Yeah.
Man, the normal thing about set up a panel, then let her bring her evidences or proofs. Or her burden. The burden is on her to prove. To prove. However, a man was on the floor of the Senate.
Just like
Just like that.
We have a story from Daily Independent just a few minutes before we go. APC to adopt indirect primary for Anambra Guba election.
APC na adopt an indirect PDP enwere no ndị ekwe agba fọm ihe niile akwụkwọ no ofu agha Natasha biko ka ọ dị mepe na mamara ihe ọzọ dị na
ofu akwa ka enye ụmụ ya ofu akwa ka enye na ụmụ ya ma.
Yeah, because at times in my opinion our dear brother calling from the other side they surprise
Hello,
kind of mindset.
Hello.
Ụtụtụ ọma ndị nọ na studio. Oriakụ Nwankwochi ndị ka akpọrọ mba North.
Daalụ ka onwere nwaanyị atinye ọnụ today.
Ụtụtụ ọma ka eku mere.
Anyị ma.
Biko ihe m na-ekwu gbasara okwu Natasha na akpabi ahụ. O kwesịgo ka okwu ahụ get to an end. Ha ma na o nwere ndị agụụ na-agụ na Naịjirịa otego eji kwuo okwu ahụ. Ka ha kwụsịzie okwu ahụ na okwu dị insulting. Ọ na-emekwu ihere ị na-ekwu ụdị okwu ahụ. I said there's two of them, Fabian and Natasha. Okay.
And
then problem in the I think Okogi West also Natasha may represent.
Yeah.
They are the people currently suffering from all of this because if you suspend the senator, you've also denied her the privileges of contributing to any development agenda that affects her people. Yeah. So it's sad na aya no keta mopazia rule I suspend a senator. I suspend her from
for half a year.
Then Arone for
salaries will not be paid.
I mean they should find another alternative viable. The suspension wouldn't affect the people on air represent because this suspension automatically will affect the represent and people who will always use her maybe even Google Georgia and Natasha because what about the Senate president? None of us declaim. Allegedly, like Bond said, the burden of proof on allegedly, and they should be given a fair opportunity to come up with proofs.
Even so many people are even saying that there's hunger in the land, so many things to talk about. Even they are not talking about.
I say
here and there. Kissing
At this point, this is where we come to the end of Press Review this morning. I want to thank you so much, Anambra, education consultant, for coming on Press Review this morning.
Dalon on the Anambra, man, I make you friend notice in this program today. I will specially greet in the Orumba. Makana call us nine, ma amo bala, ma ndi obaleze, Oboji, ma ufuma na ndike. It's also Orumba botata. So ndi Orumba ko ori tata re.
Sorry.
So hana give radio unlike in the side about na radio.
Okay, development expert and commentator on national issues. We want to thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I'm Roy. Thank God it's Friday and bye for now and thanks for joining us on Press Review.
Yes, thank you so much. My name is Uche Chukwu Ebonam. Remember, today is the Habitat Dawn Show. Sit back and relax.